Hello everyone, and welcome to my EastEnders Soap Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Next week's EastEnders spoilers indicate that as Sonia tries to help him get over his loss, Reiss is concerned about Debbie's postmortem results. Fraser, a friend of Dean's, makes Linda an intriguing offer somewhere. Reiss expresses concern at Debbie's post-mortem findings, but Sonia reassures him that it's simply standard protocol. Later, Eve notices Reiss in the cafe wearing Debbie's old wedding band. When Phil demands a return on the fictitious investment within 24 hours, Reiss quickly becomes alarmed. However, Reiss lacks the funds to offer Phil, so in order to get out of this situation, he ends up lying to Sonia. Still, how is he going to pay Phil what he owes? When Fraser, Dean's friend, shows up and makes her an offer, Linda is shocked. Elaine tries to console Linda after telling Fraser to go. Johnny tries to talk Linda out of taking the bargain, but she can't help but be tempted by it. After that, Linda looks at the bottle. Linda forgets to take Annie to her dentist appointment after waking up hungover. Elaine then offers to take her instead, but when Linda learns that Annie doesn't have the best dental treatment, she is appalled. Jack and Linda later discuss Dean's trial. When she then gets a letter threatening her life and tries to figure out who delivered it, things go even worse. When Linda receives a second letter, she then begins to blame individuals in the Vic. She is unaware that the letter writer is now in town to see Dean. Who is that? In order to spend more time with her secret boyfriend, Bobby gets promoted to manager at Beale's Eels while Cindy keeps up her affair with Junior. Bobby and Anna then attempt to run the restaurant, but they encounter difficulties. After a while, Bobby starts to suspect Cindy when she quits work complaining of a migraine. Then he returns home, not realizing that Junior and Cindy are upstairs. Will he catch the two in the act? In an effort to cheer up Mo, Freddie approaches Teddy to get additional details regarding Stevie's location. Freddie then leaves with Mo and Anna to go birdwatching, after Bobby disappoints Anna. Mo can't help but see Freddie and Anna are getting along. After that, she asks Anna to give the matter some serious thought. Nish reappears with Aisha, the spouse of Hardeep, the man Nish killed. Nish causes questions in Eve's thoughts while she converses with Aisha and Suki. Eve then makes the decision to pop the question to Suki in front of Aisha and the other guests in the Vic, fed up with Nish's interference. What will Suki respond to Eve? Viewers of EastEnders think they have uncovered a secret about Reiss Caldwell's history, which could indicate that one of the residents is in danger. If viewers are right and Reiss is indeed concealing a sinister secret, then a fan favorite may be in serious danger. As viewers are aware, Reiss started seeing Sonia Fowler last year, but it was soon revealed that he was married. However, Reiss verified the devastating information that his wife Debbie had suffered a stroke and was in a coma, having been so for some time. Up to her recent passing, Debbie was cared for in a care facility. Startling footage seems to indicate that Reiss killed her in the midst of mounting debt. He has buried his tracks in the aftermath, but his murderous deeds and a new character's remark in a recent episode have viewers questioning whether a secret from his past has come to light. Given that he is obviously not the nice guy he has pretended to be, it's possible that this is not the first time he has behaved in this manner. Reiss asserted that Debbie suffered a stroke in the bathtub and that he was unable to save her by the time he realized she was in danger. Reluctant to provide her with the continuous care she required, he consented to Debbie's transfer to a care facility. However, some fans now think there is more to Debbie's story because of recent events, Brenda, Debbie's mother, mentioning that Reiss had no light, hinting to his dark side, and the fact that Debbie seemed to want to leave him before having her stroke. According to one scenario, Reiss may have attempted to drown his wife either before or after her stroke, which would have caused her health to suffer. Others questioned whether he was responsible for her health issue. On social media, a viewer said, "Looks like she wanted out and he knew it, maybe he tried to drown her and brought on a stroke." Could he really have done something to her? The audience thought that Reiss had taken retribution because Debbie was going to leave. And are we going to learn more about the character's backstory soon? If so, Sonia might be in jeopardy. Sonia has both called Reiss out and supported him in his attacks on the people of Walford. But may Sonia endanger herself if she makes the decision to break up with Reiss and decides that the latter actually did attack his wife? Next week on EastEnders, there will be exciting sequences featuring multiple people in jeopardy. Next week's spoilers indicate that Reiss Caldwell is confronted by Phil Mitchell for his eerie actions. Suki Panesar feels threatened in her connection with a newcomer, so Eve Onwin pops the question to her. Before she begins to get letters threatening to blackmail her, Linda Carter discovers something horrific elsewhere on the BBC One soap opera. The main plotlines for EastEnders the next week are listed below. Recently, Reiss Caldwell of the BBC One soap opera killed his unconscious spouse Debbie because he was unable to pay for both her care and his IVF treatment with Sonia Fowler, who only disclosed last week that she is pregnant. Reiss tried to con Sharon Watts before killing Debbie by pretending to be in possession of an unpaid VAT receipt and threatening to force her to pay £13,500 right now. When Phil Mitchell learned of this, though, he demanded to see the receipt, to which Reiss pretended to have torn it up and claimed he had discovered a way to avoid having to pay the purportedly unpaid VAT. Still in need of money, Reiss then coerced Sharon into sending the £13,500 into a fictitious investment plan. Sharon gave the money in, unaware that it would be returned to her in 2 or 3 times. According to next week's spoilers, Sonia comforts Reiss that the post-mortem results are simply a standard process, but he is still concerned about them. After Eve Onwin spots Reiss using Debbie's old wedding ring in the cafe, things get worse for Reiss. He demands a return on his fictitious investment scheme within 24 hours, and later in the week, Reiss pales because he lacks the money to pay Phil and tells Sonia a falsehood. According to next week's spoilers, Suki Panesar's ex-husband Nish Panesar interferes in their relationship, leading Eve Onwin to propose to her. In later scenes, Nish shows up unexpectedly with Suki and an old friend, Aisha, who happens to be Hardeep's widow after Nish killed him 20 years prior. After all this time, Suki is shocked to see Aisha, and before long, the visitor lashes out at Nish for his transgression before escaping. Suki follows Aisha after that as they return to her home, and then they go to the Vic to have a drink with Eve. But cunning Nish sees a chance to get involved and sows doubt about Suki and Aisha's strong relationship in Eve's mind. Afterwards, after Nish's intervention, Eve becomes agitated when Suki keeps complimenting Aisha. Eve then confides in Stacy Slater about her concerns as a result, but Stacy makes it clear that she believes Nish is playing the issue. Eve decides to ask Suki to marry him in front of Aisha, Stacy, and the Panesars at the Vic after running into Nish in the cafe. Will Suki say yes? As viewers of soap operas will remember, Dean Wicks is incarcerated pending trial after being set up by the Six for Keanu Taylor's murder. Although Linda Carter is the real cause of Keanu's death, the character, along with Suki Panesar, Denise Fox, Kathy Beale, Sharon Watts, and Stacy Slater, have united as the Six to defend Linda and accuse the horrible rapist Dean of the crime. In later scenes, Linda is shocked when one of Dean's contacts, Fraser, approaches her in the Vic and makes a deal offer. However, Elaine, Linda's protective mother, steps in and tells him to go. Later, when she is by herself with her son Johnny, it is evident that she is tempted to accept the offer, but he makes a valiant effort to dissuade her before she picks up the bottle once more. The following morning, Linda wakes up at the Vic feeling hungover and worries to Elaine that Annie forgot her dentist appointment. Things worsen the following day when Linda receives a blackmail letter while trying to figure out who might have sent it. Later in the week, Linda discovers a startling find while bottling up at the Vic. Subsequently, Linda gets a second letter and goes crazy, accusing people in the Vic and making a disturbance. While Johnny comforts her upstairs, they are unaware that the person who is sending the letters is visiting Dean. What is his scheme? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.